Hey there folks, rinimt here and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, we did stuff. We got our chocobo, so we can finally have a mount. And now, let's go ahead and talk to this troubled adventurer. Fellow adventurers are having difficulty summoning their retainers. Should you wish to offer your assistance, you will find these troubled souls in Limsuk, Gridania, and Ola. The rewards will be the same regardless of who you help, so do not hesitate to aid the adventurer of your choice. Is this damn thing working? Oh, hello there. Say, you look like you're an old hand when it comes to this adventuring business. Mind helping me with the situation? I sent my retainer to the dry bone the other day on the venture, hunting to be precise. Simple enough work, right? Except now she's gone missing. Much as I'd like to head out there and look for her, though, I know full well that I'd be feeding the buzzards before long. So if you're willing, I'd be much obliged if you could go to Eastern Thanalan in my stead. Alright, let's head to Drybone. So right up in this little area here, we will find a novice retainer. Oh my gosh, it's so wonderful to have mounts finally. So let's go ahead and take out these rabid mongrels. Are we a wolf slayer now? I thought we were a shrew slayer. Where the heck was that thing going? That was very weird. Also, I just noticed we learned the skill arm's length. Let's go ahead and toss that up there. Arm's length is a pretty useful skill actually, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So let's go ahead and aid the retainer. You, madame, are a saint. I thought it was done for. Ah, just like that, the rain's done. What's that look for? I take it you've never seen a retainer on a hunting venture before? It's a regular part of my duty these days. Though I admit, I'm not very good at it. Oh my, is that who I think it is? Hello? Yes, she arrived in the nick. I'll return at once. I'm afraid they don't have time to stay and chat. Duty calls. But thank you again for saving my life. I wish I could reward you somehow, but I know. Go and tell Chichabi, my supervisor, how you helped me. You can find her at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange in Oda. Be sure to pay a visit. So, we will have to go visit Chichabi and finish up that quest. But before we do that, I also think on the recommendations, we have a hunting log to do here because when we joined our grand company, we unlocked another set of hunting logs. So we have one right down here at Sandgate. You'll remember this area because Thancred sent us in here when we had to go find that item in there. So just right back in here, we'll be able to find them. It'll just be like the regular ones. Just need to find the ones with the mark, just like that. So, really just not any different from the others. So, take this out. I believe we need, what, like... I do need 3. And so this is going to reward us with some seals. Oh, okay, there's another hunter. 2 hunters, actually. Let's go ahead and take these out, and then we can head on back. I also see we've got some sightseeing things about in this area. Now, it appears there's someone else here taking all of these as well, but we should be fine, I hope. Yep, that did count. We did enough to it. So, that wraps up that. We've got the level 24 quest, but I'm going to hold off on them for now, because we're not quite there in the main story. So, let's head back to Ul'dah and turn in this quest. Alright, hello there, Chichabi. Greetings, my sister. Aught you require? I know exactly of whom you speak. This was not the first incident. Mayhaps she lacks the fortitude to undertake ventures. Oh dear, I know that look. No one has informed you of our latest services, have they? In collaboration with the Adventurers Guild, we have established a new system through which retainers may be dispatched to procure items for their employers. Should you wish to avail yourself of this service, you will need to pay your retainers in advance with adventures, which are script issued by the Adventurers Guild. Gather you have none in your possession, so allow me to give you a token sum. Actually, we have 1. 1 from a leave quest reward. Your retainers have received basic instruction in a variety of disciplines, but they want 4 experience. If you would like them to undertake anything more than the most menial tasks, we'll need to furnish them with quality equipment and give them opportunities to hone their skills. As long as you bear that in mind, I think you will not be disappointed. So, we get 6 ventures, and we unlock the venture system, which, well, pretty good way to get some items. We now dispatch your retainers in your employ on ventures. Summon the retainer you wish to send the field and follow the instructions to begin. So let's go ahead and... Yes. Before you can do so, you must first assign them a class. After summoning retainers, select Assign Retainer Class from the retainer menu to begin. So, you can actually only assign a class that you have unlocked, and it can only go as high as your highest level in that class. This can be any one class with the exception of those of the Disciples of the Hand. Your retainer's class determines which ventures he or she can embark upon. Please be advised that you cannot assign your retainer a class you have not yet unlocked. So, yeah, as you can see, we have a lot of unavailable. Let's go ahead and choose Pugilist. As a disciple of war and magic, your retainer will be able to undertake hunting and field exploration ventures. Alright, let's go ahead and make her a Pugilist. Now, must now equip a main arm to your retainer. Select View Retainer Attributes and Guild from the retainer menu to proceed. So, let's view that. You can equip any item in your inventory or armory chest to your retainer so long as he or she meets the requirements. Equip a main arm to your retainer to proceed. So, thankfully, we do still have that pair of Weathered Aura we had way back when, and also we do just in general have a bunch of gear that we used to have on. So let's go ahead and just give it some very basic gear here. Of course, we don't really have much, but it's something at least. You only really need to do the weapon for now, and these are mainly useful for like upping your item level on your retainer. Just go ahead and give them some of this nonsense we had. You look at the main arm to Aria 1. Your retainer is now duly prepared to undertake ventures. Select Assign Venture from the retainer menu to proceed. So, after you've assigned a venture, you cannot change their gear unless you call them back, or they're done, and you finish up that venture. Hunting, mining, botany, and fishing constitute one type in which you specify an item for your retainer to procure. Exploration ventures constitute the second type in which your retainer will scour the terrain of your choosing for, hopefully, precious items. However, your retainer will not undertake a venture without first receiving due compensation. Signing a venture requires payment in a unique currency of the same name, ventures. Ventures can be acquired through a variety of methods, such as exchanging company seals, fulfilling leave objectives, and completing Beast Tribe quests, which we haven't even gotten to yet. You also get them from Hunt stuff, which we also haven't gotten to yet. As you may recall, the ventures your retainer can undertake are determined by his or her class. As a disciple of war magic, your retainer will be able to undertake hunting and field exploration ventures. So we can choose hunting, and we can select the level range and say we could tell it to go after some animal skins, and you can see how long it will take. So it will take an hour to pick up 7 animal skins. Or we can go back and choose field exploration. We can just choose the very basic one. It costs 2 ventures and it takes 18 hours, but it's also pretty decent experience, because if we were to look at this one, for example, it's only 1,300 experience. So I think overall it's better experience, but it's just more micromanaging you have to do. So, and also more ventures you need. So let's go ahead and just set the field exploration 1. You assigned Aria 1 a venture. To confirm the time remaining until a venture is complete, select Timers under duty from the main menu and select Ventures. You can also confirm the time remaining by selecting a View Venture Report from the retainer menu. Should you wish to cancel the venture and recall your retainer, you may do so when viewing the venture report. However, please be advised that this is not necessary unless you wish to assign a different venture to your retainer or change gear. Even with adventure in progress, you can still entrust or withdraw items in guild or sell items on the market. So, now that we have done that, let's go ahead, head off, and let us, I guess I'll go this way. Let us go and do our Pugilist quest finally. Hello, Hammond. Return of the Holy Fist. I'm pleased to say I managed to find and thwack all the dummies. You did well to deploy them where you did last. Thanks to you, I almost got killed several times. But what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger, and I'm feeling stronger than I have in ages. As a matter of fact, I reckon I'm not far from regaining my former strength. One last step will get me there, and I'll take it by having another bout with you, Arya. I want you to meet me out in the Sagoli Desert at a settlement called Forgotten Springs. This place is home to the most luscious Mikote maidens inside of the Eorzea gods. I can't wait to take in their lovely forms again. So, we do need to head back out to southern Thanalan. However, we have not actually been there, so we're going to have to make our way down there. However, going through the middle is very highly identified. Thankfully, there's a shortcut. Because they were like, oh yeah, we just put these like level 45 enemies right in the middle here. And also, we can see we do have some stuff we need to kill. Where is that? Broken water. It's up here. Let's... Do I want to try and find these? Maybe. I think some of them might be right over here. Yes, Fallen Mages. We also need Corpse Brigade Knuckle Dancers, which are around here somewhere. So let's take out this mage, and then that mage over there, and that mage over there. Don't know how many we need, but... not make friends with that soldier. We need 3, so convenient. I'm trying to think of where the other ones are. I think I might know. So we will go on an adventure to try and find them. Do I need to adjust my sound? I never remember. I do. I'm sorry about that. That's what happens when you have to switch between and you have to turn it down so you can, you know, talk on Discord with someone, and it's a lot of back and forth. And alright, so take care of this, and I think we need to head up to the north, I want to say. I think that's where we'll find the other enemies that we need. So that finishes up the Fallen Mages. Let's head up this way. So for the mounts, I'm using the flying mount roulette. Honestly, it doesn't really matter between regular mount roulette and flying mount anymore. But this just lets me summon a random mount out of the ones I currently have. So I want to say we're gonna find the enemy I need up here. I think. Maybe? I might be wrong, and I might be thinking of something else. It's very possible I am. This is a large section now, so... Okay, I think it's back here. Maybe. I don't remember. Oh, here we go. Oh, there they are. We need the Knuckle Dancers. See, I told you I'd find it. I might remember this rough area anyway, because we were here for placing that one thing where we almost got completely destroyed because there was a bunch of enemies on us. So, that is 1. We need 5. And now we've got a friend. I don't like these friends. Fine, take care of the friend. Send this paralyzed though. I don't want to be paralyzed. No, thank you. Alright, let's find the next 4, because apparently we need 4 of them. Of course, you would have to be next to something else, wouldn't you? Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get away with that one. So, arm's length creates a nullifying barrier, nullifying most knockback and draw-in effects. However, you can also toss it up, and any enemies that physically hit you will get the status ailment of slow. So it's really good for tanks when like you're trying to do those big kinds of holes I was mentioning in dungeons, because then you could just toss it up and everything that hits you, well, it'll become slowed as long as it can become slowed. However, it's also really good if a boss uses those kinds of attacks that will like draw you in or knock you back. So it's just really handy for those kinds of things. We need 2 more. Do we have 2 more right down here? We do have 2 more right down here. Handy handy. Oh, I see we have another thing that kind of came in. Let's just go ahead and kill down a Hundelong. Okay, so we need to kill some Amaja Seers as well. Presumably that is for Grand Company. Alright, this will be our last one of this. And there we go. 8,600 experience. Now let us head through back here. I remember trying to get through this before. Yeah. So we need to find the Amaja Seer, which is... Oh, right, because I haven't refreshed it. I'm like, why is that still there? Alright. Yeah, it's because I haven't refreshed it. Okay, so I want to say we can find the Amaja Seers right over here. Hopefully these are not the scary high-level ones. Ah, they're the scary high-level ones. Let's not play with those. Okay, I see the ones we need. Let's play with these ones instead. I'm assuming we will need 3 of them. No, stop trying to devastate me. Not nice. Yep, we do need 3. Unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna have to pull a group of 2 to get our 3rd one. Which is fine, it's fine. Can do it. No worries. Yeah. Let's go ahead and toss up arm's length again. Deal with that other enemy here. You know, the mage is not going to hit me, but the physical attacker will. Alright, so it gets us 431 seals. And it was an Immortal Flames one, as I presume. So, with all of that nonsense done, now we can continue on. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to do the quest quite yet, because they're still a bit higher level than me. But we will want to head down this way. So this is actually going towards the scary enemies. But it's fine. It's fine. There is a way to not make friends with them. So if you go left here, you'll make friends with the scary enemies. If you go right, you won't. So we're going right. And you head down this long tunnel, and eventually it will lead you down to this other gate. And it's just a nice little shortcut to not have to go through all that nonsense in the middle there that's like level 45 enemies. Which I don't want to play with yet. No thank you. I'm good. I'm good. Unfortunately, our mount still isn't like super fast, but it is better than walking at any rate. Alright, so we're in Null's Reflection. If we head to the back here, however, we'll find the gatekeeper. Path leads the Minster Mom. I will show you the way there if you wish. Which we want. Takes us to where we are wanting. And now we're suddenly down here. So let's just go ahead, ignore that NPC. And eventually we will come into the main camp. And we will also find Hammond around here somewhere. Looks like he's a little bit further south though. Also, pick up our chocobo. More importantly, pick up our aetheryte so we don't have to do this walking nonsense again. Pick up the chocobo route. Alright, get that. Now, let us continue our way south. So you have to remember that this is kind of, you know, actually on-level content right now. Roughly. Hello, Hammond. This landscape takes me back, it does. Sand as far as the eyes can see. Crystal clear spring waters cooling your feet. Scantily clad lasses giggling as they bathe and frolic. Well, remember these things. My body has forgotten the seamless combinations that earned me the epithet of Holyfest. That's where I'd have you enter, Arya. Sparring with you is what first got me back into the swing of things. Now it's time to finish the job, but before we begin, some warming up is in order. Why don't you take yourself across the dunes to the south and defeat 5 sandworms? I'll be waiting for you here. What? Don't I need to warm up too? Oh, don't you worry. I had mine long before you arrived. Those enormous buggers never knew what hit them. If you don't want it to be outdone by this old man, you best run along and give them some more of the same. Fine, I will do that. Slowly make my way down there. Avoid that Yarzan, and we can see our worms right up here. Let's go ahead and take these out. And like I said, we do need to kill 5 of them. So this is a new enemy type for us. It's going to try and do Sand Breath, which will blind, or try and blind. But as per usual, just really nothing too terrible. As long as you pay attention to Sand Breath, because it can be difficult to actually spot on the desert sand. Just need to make sure you're watching for when a chart starts casting. You don't want to be blinded. I mean, if the sand isn't already blinding you anyway. It is me. Alright, our next one's right over here. Yeah, just... not much else to really say about him, just watching for Sand Breath. Oh man. So weird now, like, the Moonfire Fair is officially over now that I'm recording this, and it's like, it's been here this whole time. It's gonna be here on the actual recording for a long time to get to this point, and oh my gosh. I'm trying to spot the gold saucer, because I know you can do it from down here. Ah, Sand Breath. Speaking of paying attention to what the heck you're doing, I think that might be it off over there in the distance. Maybe. So you can definitely see it from here. Just a lot easier if you're not on the ground. Alright, one last worm that we have to take care of, then back to Hammond. Seriously, this is like blinding sand. Maybe. Maybe. Alright. Let's pay attention to where I'm going so I'm not like running out into the middle of nowhere trying to do this. Oh, and handy. There was a bunch of sandworms right there for a fate. So this is actually a really, really, really annoying fate, if I'm honest. So you have to kill this boss. Let's actually jump in. Why not? We're not going to get much, but... It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. We really didn't get much, but as you can see, we now get flame seals for completing fades. So you've seen to the sandworms, marvelous. Now the real training can begin. Thanks to you, I've managed to get most of my stamina back. I'm confident I can go the distance with the fittest of them. However, I'm to defeat Wegvar. I'll need more than just endurance. I'll need to remember how each strike transitions to the next. And you're going to help refresh my memory by pummeling the sense back into me. Okay. I can do that. Alright, so he's still only level 20. Hit me, Arya, with everything you've got. So we need to use a Snap Punch specifically on him 3 times. So that's 1. That's it. Give me more. He's missing me. Yes, it's pain. I can feel it working. I just have to heal himself because I'm doing too much damage. I think he did. This feeling, this is it. I almost killed him. Oops. And now he's level 25. Here we go again. This is what I call growing pains. So now we need to actually kill him. So let's kill him. Haste? What the heck? Cheating. Oh, you're still missing though. You may be hasted, but you're still missing. Not finished yet. But am I? Nope. Mark me, the next round will be mine. And now he's level 30. This might actually be a scary one. Because remember, I am geared for like a level 20. Ow. Well, you know what I could do? Let's just put on Bloodbath and we're fine. We're fine. He missed. Ow. So he just put Demolish on us. Demolish causes internal bleeding and it's causing damage over time. So that skill is actually under this. So now he's like continuously hitting us. This is a reference to FF11 actually, because that was the big special limit break sort of deal for monks in FF11. Yeah, so Demolish is a skill we are actually getting in this quest. I've got it. As a river flows to the sea, heedless of all that bars its path, so too must our combinations be. Ooh, that even rhymes. Thank you, Arya. The raging torrent of your blows has been as a streak of lightning to my brain case. I remember everything. Master, it's Wegvar. The man is back in Ul'dah is demanding that you fight him now. So it begins. Very well, I will go settle the score with Wegvar. He will be the first to know that the Holy Fist has returned. Well, I suppose back to Ul'dah? I suppose? Alright, so here over here on the Emerald Avenue, will we wait for this to return as everything catches up and the recommendations pop up on me, even though we've already been here for a little bit. Eventually, it'll appear for us. There you are. Alright, looks like we have another solo instance, even though the thing isn't appearing for us. Because I guess lag? I didn't expect you to come so soon, if at all. You sure you want to go ahead with this? I'm a man of reason, and I'd sooner not have to hurt you. Just give up now, and we can put an end to this mummer's farce, and live out the rest of your days in peace. The only members first I see is a man trying to squirm out of his own self-wrought challenge. Well, I'm gonna make you the same offer. Walk away, and you won't get hurt. They say Hammond Holy Fist is going to perform his legendary technique. Right here on the avenue? Is it safe? I see rage has robbed you of your wits as well as your strength. Well, if you're so eager for pain, who am I to deny you? Just remember, there ain't no going back once your head goes flying. Just like old times, eh, Wakefar? Hurrah! Did you see that? Because I sure as hell didn't. He was too fast. No, this can't be. You refuse to be beaten by a senile old fool. Get your arses out here, all of you. Hey! In case you're wondering, that was Pluto. Just a drop of it and your body turns hard as iron. Not even blades can pierce it. Stubborn bugger. Rukuda? But why? Refuse to fight on the side of cheats. Say your prayers to whatever gods you keep. By the time I'm finished, not even your mothers will recognize you. Okay, well, I hear we need to do some Armor the Destroyer. Maybe. Maybe. Get out of that nonsense. It's fine. They're all like taking care of that over there. He's like hurting his own people. What the heck? Like literally just kind of hurting his own people, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Alright, other madness. Alright, so keep clear of Wakefar. Where the heck are you going? Oh, there's more back there. I'm like, what the heck? I guess we can help out back here. Let them have their fun. You're tough as old mutton, Hammond. Mayhap will try someone's tenor. Like a slice of your adorable students. No, Wakefar, it's me who wanted to fight. Watch out, Arya. Wakefar comes. Okay. I'll just be out here. Unlike the NPCs. Can I arm's length them and just slow them down? I can! Oh man, that's awesome. You can slow them. You did it, Master Hammond. You won! Master. No, Chichito. We won. This victory wasn't mine alone. Holy fisticuffs! That was incredible! You wiped the avenue with those crooks! I'm gonna tell my grandchildren tales of what happened here. Our work here is done. Let's all go home. To the guild. I'm just gonna watch him walk off into the sunset, I guess. Well, I suppose we shall head back to the guild. Hey there, Hammond. Well, thank you again, Arya. Because of you, I was able to rekindle my fighting spirit and conquer my demons. Perhaps even more importantly, Riraku has come to his senses and Chichu's back to her bubbly self. Please forgive me, Master. I will have no more to do with the Albacran. I will roam the land until I find myself and strive to become a great pugilist like you. You've only just returned and you're leaving us already. I don't suppose there is aught I can say that will change your mind, but if you ever want for company or a sparring partner, know that you're always welcome here. Youthful's vigor is a truly blessed thing. Go well, my boy. There's not a doubt in my mind that you'll do me proud. As for you, Arya, your combinations were a sight to behold and right painful to receive, and helping with me with my training, you've come into your own as a pugilist. The time's right that I taught you the technique that won me countless bouts on the blood sands. I call it Demolish. Unless you win in the choral form, it combines powerful punches and kicks they'll send your opponent reeling. You have grown strong, Arya, but your journey as a pugilist is far from over. To get as far as I have, you have to overcome many and more trials and tribulations. But whatever challenges threaten to block your way, I'm confident that you'll be able to blaze yourself a path. So long as your spirit burns bright and your fists fly with conviction, there's nothing you can achieve. I'm living proof. Forge onward, young one, and create a legend for yourself, never to be forgot. Alright, we can pick up some gear here. What is the biggest defense gain? Looks like the body piece. Let's grab that. And we have learned Demolish. It's one time at level 30. Which I think is... What's it for? Oh, yeah, do any level 30 class quest. So we'll go ahead and toss on our new gear. Oh, it's ugly. But let's talk to the guild receptionist. Brother from another mother. Tell me, do you know of Professor Eric? He's a scholar of Eorzean military history who is a genius that's second to none. He's among our most valued clients. Where the heck is my cursor? Some find him to be verbose, tedious, haughty. But never mind all that, the man spends more gil on the moon's research than most people see in a lifetime, hence our amicable relations. His latest work has been visiting the sites of ancient battlefields. He insists on surveying lands plagued by savage beasts. According to him, the beasts keep man away, and less intrusion by man means greater preservation. Whatever his reasons, should the professor meet an untimely fate, we will be unable to collect the gil he has borrowed, much less the interest. Oh, and it would be a terrible loss for the academic community, and so on and so forth. Yes, yes. The point is, the man needs to be guarded. To that end, I sent a monk to Alamingo to see to his safety, but it turns out the bloody oaf has no work ethic about him, just like an Alamigan. The professor can't focus on his work if he feels endangered, and so has demanded we assign him a new bodyguard. So I'm glad to see you, Arya. The professor is waiting his new escort as we speak, and I'd like for it to be you. You are yet a mere pugilist. Perhaps this task would provide some insight into what it is the monkhood does around here. Make for the Goldsmith's Guild, and there seek out our good Professor Eric. The professor claims he will pay his debt and fees for the protection once his research is complete. See to it our investment doesn't end up under the paw or in the maw of some nasty beast. Alright, we need to make a trip over to the Goldsmith's Guild. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, a nice little warp over there. Alright, so we can see Eric right here. Ah, my punch-prone maidservant, I presume. You may and shall call me Eric. You are to guard my life, even at the cost of your own, and aid in my revolutionary research whenever and however asked. Know that my primary endeavor is to reconstruct the military histories of old through the ethereal analysis of ancient battlegrounds. I assume the words conjure in your simple mind romantic images of vast plains and open valleys with armies charging blindly at one another. False. I seek to know where the armies of old were deployed, where they made camp and marched. No doubt you think such lands to be those sung of in those songs of bards. False, they are here, beneath our feet, and to find them and determine precisely how events unfolded upon them is my purpose. No doubt you jumped at the chance to aid in my work. Tell me, which of my treatise, things have you read? None? God, I knew you adventurers had a reputation for being unlettered. Didn't know you actually made efforts to remain so. It matters not. I require only that you work with diligence. Unlike the Withergilt buffoon, the man proved to be a sloth itself. Alas, he is a monk of Alamigo. I suppose the fool was too busy opening his chakra, or whatever those barbarians do all day. I admit, he seemed keenly interested in my research, but now he's gone off to 12 knows where, and has yet to return. Do you understand the sheer magnitude of this inconvenience? Good. You showed that much promise at least, but let's speak more of my work. Our first destination is a Silda excavation site in central Thanalan. I believe events of great import to the history of Silda have transpired there. Surely, if you have ears, you have heard of the Silda? Or are you deaf as well as dull? Very well. I see you require some instruction. It would be remiss of me as an academic to allow you to wallow in such ignorance. Silda was plunged into chaos in the wake of King Walawefu's demise, or the King of Springs as he was known. Despite the success of economic reforms, blah 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 blah, fermented unrest among the people, blah 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 blah, resulting in violent outbreaks throughout the kingdom. Silda was blah 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 blah, sultan at the time, blah 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 blah, distant descendant, blah 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 blah, attack was ordered, blah 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 blah. Until blah 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 blah, irony of ironies, blah 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 blah, hadn't been for that horse, blah blah blah. Fascinating, is it not? It is enough to convince one things could not have happened any other way, no? False. One among my colleagues disagreed with his interpretation of events. Was it the blah? He claimed to have evidence suggesting otherwise, so all trace of it disappeared before it was published. Mine own research shall unearth any such evidence, should it truly exist. I shall know the truth. Granted, you are not the brightest coal in the brazier, but surely such a prospect entices even you. And so we make for the Silda excavation site in central Thanalan. Travel away before me to see that it is safe, and once there, set up this aetherometer. And should you ever care to know about the Arzian military history, do come and see me. It is a personal crusade of mine to guide the dullers of this realm towards some modicum of enlightenment. Yeah, I'm trying to read faster than I'm actually reading, and it's just blah 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 blah. So you might recognize this part from when we fought that big golem, and then Thancred is like, oh hey, I'm Thancred. Yeah, that's basically how it went, right? That's how I remember it. Alright, looks like we have a solo instance being marked here. Level 34, level sync. Well done. Now we need only wait for the aetherometer to gauge the... There are fiends about Arya. They are often drawn to the lingering sense of blood and death. Well, this is what you're here for. Have at it. Alright, let's defeat them. So they're kind of just chilling about. Not really doing too much here. Oh yes, I was also going to go ahead and reorganize my hotbar because we picked up Demolish. I like to sort them in a way so that all the same positionals are grouped together basically. So because Demolish is another from behind one, I keep it over there, whereas Snap Punch is actually from the side, so I like to keep it on that side. And that don't make sense what I'm saying, right? Okay, yeah, I thought so. One more. Now, the thing with Demolish is you don't really want to use it too much if, say they have low HP, and if, it's not going to be worth, if they'll die before enough, damage of what you would have done from, say, a snap punch with a gun. However, in this case, I am going to use it because this is more of a boss type. So, is this actually hitting me? Let's find out. Does not look like it. Does look like I need to take care of some friends, though. Guess that would have been a handy time to have arm's length when those Spriggans spawn, but oh well. Girl, it's so good of you to drag yourself all this way, you purloined sluggard. Oh, Noria, you have far exceeded what admittedly low expectations I had of you. I suppose introductions are in order. Far be it from me to deny the realms unread the comfort of one another's company. Withergirl, Arya, Withergirl. The monk I spoke of, sent to me by Gagaruna. I tried to make a pupil of Withergirl as well, but he has little mind for history. His primitive beliefs in the witchcraft of chakra and spiritual energies have a tenacious hold on him. Oh, truly, this is the area where there have been sightings of walking dead. I have heard the tale. Some claim they've seen an apparition wearing the garb of an ancient commander. Careful, there are still dangers about. His work is dear to him, not as good. He thirsts for knowledge, for truth. Discovery awakens him. You too have a Vulcan friend. Can you not feel it? Do not be frightened. Here was a battle long ago. Much energy remains. It has found you. It flows through you. Your chakra has been opened. This was the light that shone from you. It is as Eric said. Withergirl is my name. I am a brother of the monkhood. My order of the Fist of Roger. Oh, my order is the Fist of Roger. Our way is to train the body and mind. The fist is our weapon. With it, we put down our enemies. The energy within us moves the fist. The chakra is the seat of that energy. It is a sacred place. It can be opened and the life force within controlled. Chakra exists in all that lives, in all beings. And not all beings can open them. Much training is needed, and great discipline. With these, the life force can't. The life force be commanded. Ugh. There are those who require no training. Their inner strength is such that it forces the chakra open. I have heard of this happening, but never have I seen it until now. I see in you a great conviction. You mean to walk the monk's path, and so I will give you this, a soul crystal, the mark of my order. None but a monk may hold it, and only then with the order's leave. But your chakra is awakened. That is clear, and so you are worthy. Many bore that crystal before you. It remembers them, their breath and their movement. They will one day be yours, but your chakra must open further. Only then can the crystal's memories enter you. This is no more than the beginning. Now you must train. Learn to control the life force within you. With time, you will master it. Will I master how to speak too? We stand on an ancient battleground. A great war was waged here. The spirit of the fight lingers. The aether reaches for the chakra. It aids in their opening. That is why we monks seek such lands. Eric seeks these lands for reasons of his own. The fates favor you in this. Follow him. Your chakra will grow ever more. Professor Eric is leaving. Fear not. I will see to his safety. Please, sister, the aether meter. Give it and bring it to the Goldsmith Guild. Alright, let's head back to the Goldsmith Guild then. let's not head back. Let's retrieve our etherometer before we do that. However, I also noticed that up at the materia place, there was a quest there that we can pick up. So let's head back to Blackbrush just to have a little bit of a shortcut to get back there. And then go ahead and head up there. Alright, Coco-Sano. Marvelously mutable materia. Riddle me this, friend. Have you ever found yourself in the unfortunate situation where your pockets were near to bursting with all manner of materia, save for the sort you wanted the most? Well, I have. And I tell you, it felt like I brought a sack full of fishing poles to a gold mine. Now I ask you, what if there were a way to melt down a couple pieces of material that weren't availing you not, and mold them into a shiny new place? Nightmare willing, just might strike your fancy. This most handy procedure is something we like to call shifty making. Rather, that's what Master Mutamix calls it. Myself, I've coined the term transmutation, which I'm hoping might find favor with adventurers like yourself. How's it all work, you ask? I could tell you, but why ask the student when you can learn from the master? You'll find Mutamix right over there, likely jumping out of his boots looking to trade tongue flaps about his discovery. Alright. Uplander seeks knowledge of shifty making, yes? Then Uplander should make open ears to tongue flaps of Mutamix. The process of shifty making is of a big help use. First, be taking 5 need not materia, yes? Melt to mix this one, mixy melt that one, squeeze and squash and big eyes. 5 need not are reborn as one shiny new. But shifty making is not simple like crafty making. Knowings of shifty making are much and many in Uplander's brain case, though big for Uplander is small. Uplander need not be making worry face. If Uplander has many need not materia, bring them to Tent Ring. Mutamix will shifty make for Uplander. So now we've unlocked transmutation. Mutamix will perform material transmutation for you at any time, free of charge. Bring the goblin 5 pieces of unwanted material, and he will transmute them into a single new piece to use as you see fit. That said, material transmutation remains in inexact science. As for what manner of material will emerge each time Mutamix works his wonders, not even the goblin genius himself can say. So, that is now a thing we can do. Yeah, so we do not have any with us, unfortunately. And, alright, he's just telling us about it. So, with that said, let's go ahead and head back to Ulda and bring this etherometer back to Eric. Well, look who decided to grace us with their presence. Did you enjoy the cylinder back? I was just about to begin my analysis, so if you have matters you wish to speak on, I ask that you save it for... don't you need this? You brought the etherometer. Excellent. I have a feeling you might not be entirely useless. Now, let's see what discoveries await. Whether go pass along a soul crystal, you? Moved to join the Maka by the bone-headed Claude, were you? I suppose it is for the best that my peoples get along. But I do believe I will see to it you are sent to several locations for the next round of measurements, and I dare say the land to which I intend to send you is fraught with dangers. You had best tread the monk's path quickly if you mean to defend yourself, and me besides. So, our next quest will be available at level 35. We also pick up another skill. And we can also now become a monk! Our first job is unlocked. You have opened a chakra within you. Rock Breaker learns. So this is our next area of effect attack. However, in order to actually get it, we need to equip the Soul of the Monk, which is this last little symbol you see here in your equipment menu. So let's go ahead and update our gear set to now be a monk. So, now that we are a monk, let's go ahead and deal with our hotbar again. One moment. Okay. It's really bad when you oh yeah, look. Tomorrow do you oh, this is the guildsmith joining. Let's not join the guildsmith guild quite yet. I was like, wait a second. Oh, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna see if I can grab a plan kitty to go do the guild test that we unlocked at level 30 that I've been putting off until I picked up Monk because I didn't want to do them without it. So, let us see if they are ready and then go ahead and do it. So we're gonna get like 17,000 experience? Something like that. More than a feeler. So, we're going to have to deal with a Marlboro in this one. And the thing about this is it's also going to, there's also going to be a bunch of bubbles that spawn, and we need to properly take care of these. However, the thing to really keep in mind is that we don't want to take care of all of them. So, another thing to note while we're waiting on this to come up is Rockbreaker. So, it's in the second position, so like we can go Arm Destroyer, Rockbreaker. However, if you also happen to have... Oh, wait, no, sorry. Rockbreaker is in the third position. We do not have the one in the second position yet. Forgot about that. So, yeah, so we're just going to have to go like Armor the Destroyer, Twin Snakes, Rockbreaker, and so on to do our area of effect attacks. We don't have that second one. My apologies on that. So, let us head so we can go do this. Trying to think. So we need to head for the, I want to go work on getting to the Wolves' Den. So let's just go to Limsa. I don't know what boats head to Moravi dry docks, so alright, we want to use the Aethernet to go to Lower Lanasia. Since this is our first time here, should be picking up the map, as long as I chose the right place. Yep, here we go. Picked up the map, and we got 9,480 Pugilist experience. So it's still going to tell us we're getting Pugilist experience, even though we're on a monk. Because we're just kind of upgraded to a monk, but we're still technically a Pugilist. But, I mean, once you get your job, you don't really want to actually unequip it. So the other thing to note here is we actually have a lot of quests to do here. So I'm going to be doing that in the next part, but first I want to go work on, well, getting the warp down to Moravi Dry Docks, and also heading for the Wolves' Den. So let's just take this path right on down. And I'm just trying to figure out where the best spot to start questing here is. It looks like the north and then head south. Seems to be the best. Been kind of like trying to put off these quests as long as I can, and now it's like, I guess I'm going through here. May as well. So we didn't properly progress the story, but I mean, we got Monk, and that's story, so I wish these quests would be in the order. So what the heck? Alright, so right in here we've got Moravi Dry Docks. Let's pick up the Chocobo route before we head any further in. Figures we're missing a healer. And onwards we go. So we've got the Leaf Quest NPC right over here. Let's pick that up. Level 20 for these leaves. Yeah, must gauge limits, blah 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 blah. So we wanted to get the Deathliest Catch. Alright. So the thing about trying to do, like, say, you can get the necessary cores by defeating lightning spreads as part of the guild house, not from outside. Use these cores on the crabs to identify and simultaneously awaken your guild leaf objective. But yeah, so the thing about trying to do guild leaves while you're in the party, everyone has to be in the area. So, like, because we aren't in the same area, I couldn't actually start it if I wanted to right now. Anyway, let's try and jump this fence and grab this aetheryte. Anyway, now that I have that, don't want to head to Wolf's Den quite yet, so I'm gonna head. This is another area I just hate getting out of, honestly. It's just annoying. Now that I've done that, I am going to head up north. So we'll start up there in terms of doing quests, and then head on south. Ah, yes, the good old healer trick. Alright, so this is more than a feeler. The purple acid bubbles we do not want to kill, but the blue ones we will want to kill. So stuff like AoEs are very, very handy here. So unfortunately it looks like this tank is not turning the boss around, which is bad because bad breath is, well, bad. So let's go ahead and use our handy-dandy area attacks and deal with these bubbles as they're coming up here. So the NPC is going to be yelling at us depending on how we're doing, and honestly I just ignore it half the time because it's like, I don't get when or why heals. Should also make sure I toss a demolish onto the main boss here. So you can see the acid ones are starting to spawn. So yeah, the stale bubbles seem to spawn at like weird random spots, and it's just, this one's weird, okay? That's the only word I have for it, is weird. Alright, looks like we can kind of focus on the boss here, and there goes my twin snakes. So yeah, demolish lasts for like 18 seconds, usually enough time for you to get a couple off, and this tank is moving around. Ah! Tank, stay still! We need to do damage! Thank you. Alright. And that is that one. So as per usual, there should be a second level 31. Bonus for first time as a monk. So we actually picked up 18,670 experience for that one. Alright. Let's get ready to do the other one for this level. We've got Annoy the Void. This is another one that's honestly just kind of really annoying to do. So we're gonna have a main enemy, and then there's gonna be these blue flames that you need to put out because they're like giving the main enemy, the boss, an attack buff. So, but then all these ads are gonna spawn, but every time you kill one of the ads, it's gonna spawn a flame, and the cycle kind of repeats. So eventually it just kind of turns into, and we're ignoring all of the flames. Oh, I am seeing, so let's go ahead and toss that on. And so before I actually start hitting the main boss here, I'm going to go ahead and deal with the flames that are already up. Looks like the tank is going to try hub, but it's not really going to work because they are going to be getting hit. Terrible spot to be placed. Oh, looks like the land is taken care of. But yeah, like I said, now so ads are going to be spawning, and anytime you kill it, a flame is going to happen. So it's sort of really just an endless cycle. So ideally, like, the tank is able to just handle all of them and You can just focus down the boss and then eventually take down the ads once the boss is done with. So you don't have to deal with putting out a bunch of flames that are buffing them, and then you also put the flames near the boss, it does something else, and yeah, it's a vicious cycle, let's just put it that way. It looks like they're just like, oh, we're just gonna deal with all the ads, and I'm just like, yeah, let's not deal with the ads, let's just focus on the boss. Which I am trying to do. He keeps yelling at us to pull him away before we extinguish, but we aren't actually even extinguishing him right now. Let's start AoEing this thing up here. Alright, and that's the end of Buso. Let's go ahead and just take care of the hounds that are still alive, and then that will be it for this one. Alright, and there we go. Done, are we? Alright, let's leave this awful place. Yeah, I don't like the level 31s. They're both just annoying, honestly. Alright, so reward for first time as a monk, and we get another 19,000 experience for that one. And, well, that's our level 30 Hess. So, on that note, I am going to finish my way heading up north, and then next time we will do the side quest of Lower Lanasia and eventually make our way down to the Wolves' Den and get that unlocked, and maybe after that we can go ahead and try to work on the story. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing if you really enjoyed it. And would really like there to be more like this and all of that. You can find links to support the channel in the description, including my Patreon. And you can also find links there to find me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye. Heck, what was that? Oh, fine, I'll go to that one first.